I hesitate to use the word trends. I don't want to drive sameness, but I do feel that it's important to talk about the different trends. It's these little things that will help to keep your wardrobe current. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to the channel. Today, I wanted to talk with you about 7 trends that I feel that plus size women should know about. These are the trends that I think are probably some of the better ones for those of us who are plus size and who want to maintain a current wardrobe. I hesitate to use the word trends because I don't want to drive sameness, but I do feel that it's important to talk about the different trends that are out there, the different things that have come forward in the fashion world. It's these little things that will help to keep your wardrobe current. That way you're not stuck in time. You incorporate one, maybe at most 2 of these trends into your wardrobe. These are the sprinkles on the donut. You know what I mean? This is the fun stuff because your wardrobe should be comprised of about 80% wardrobe essentials, wardrobe basics, the building blocks of a wardrobe, and about 20% should be incorporated as trends. Those are the fun things that you add to your wardrobe. But there's a lot to talk about here. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. The first trend that I wanted to talk about is one that is so far removed from my own personal style, but I still wanted to bring it here to you because I think it's important, and there may be some of you that fall in line with maximalism. I've talked about maximalism during Vlogmas a little bit, and that is probably the one thing that I see talked about and see in social media and such over and over and over again. Now, maximalism, if you're not familiar with it, it is essentially being very bold, being very adventurous in your style. If you're going maximalism to the extreme, you pretty much are piling your entire closet on your body all at once. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. It's really a lot of everything. A lot of color, a lot of pattern, a lot of texture, a lot of accessories. I mean, there's just like a lot. However, maximalism is something that if you want to embrace it, that's fine. Far be it for me to tell you not to. If this is something that brings you joy, if this is something that makes you feel fantastic, if this is something that truly speaks to your personal style, then do it. I'm not going to discourage you from doing it because at the end of the day, I want you to shine in the way that you want to shine. What I will say about maximalism, though, is that it can go very wrong very quickly. So you have to be mindful. And a lot of the women who embrace maximalism actually have a really good sense of their own personal style. That's the one thing about maximalism that I will say is that you have to be extremely confident in order to pull maximalism off because you are really pushing everything to the max. You're really calling attention to yourself with maximalism. You're not fading into the background, not one iota. You are really, really standing out. So you have to be extremely confident. And I would say that women who dress in the maximalist style really are a breed all their own because of the level of confidence you have to have and because you really don't care what other people think about what you're wearing. You're wearing what makes you happy. You're piling it all on because it makes you happy. There are ways of doing maximalism in a classic way. The TLDR on that is wear a classic silhouette, but in a maximalist style, whether that be a really loud print or whether that be a really bright color, you know, anything like that. So you could take something as classic as a trench coat, but you've added, you know, it's in a bright color or it's got a really bright pattern on it or something like that. Now, when I think of maximalism, the first brand that comes to mind is Farm Rio. However, they don't do plus size, so you're going to have to kind of construct your own maximalism. If you want some help, if you want to understand how to do maximalist style well, I am happy to put together a video for you to kind of walk you through how to do it, so that way you can do it in such a way that you don't cross over into it's just no, you know, because with maximalism, you have to really have a good understanding of how to mix colors. You also have to have a good understanding of pattern mixing, and you also need to understand how to add texture in order to push the boundaries of your wardrobe. So I'm happy to pull together a video kind of talking you through that. I won't be modeling anything because my wardrobe is on the other end of the spectrum from maximalism. I wouldn't say that I'm fully minimalist, but I certainly am no maximalist. I can walk you through that though. This is how I would talk with a client who has a maximalist style. You know, we would sit down and we would talk through what it is that they love. And so I'm happy to go over that with you and show you how to do it the right way. So let me know in the comments down below. If I get a fairish amount of comments, then I will go ahead and pull that video together for you. By the way, my name is Oralia. I am a personal stylist, and my mission here on my channel is to help you to curate a wardrobe that you will love, that will serve you no matter what occasion comes up, that will make you feel your best, and that will last you a long time. Because maximalism has a lot of color in it, I thought it would be a great segue into the next 3 trends, which are going to be color trends. The first color trend is the top one that I have heard talked about the most, and that is powder pink. Is something that has been seen a lot, and you are seeing a lot of pink on the runways. You're also seeing a lot of pink in the stores. Don't think Barbie pink. Barbie pink was a really like in your face kind of pink. Powder pink is a lot more subdued. It's much, much softer. And oh, by the way, with any of these trends, I would implore you to shop your closet first before you shop for the trend itself, because it is highly likely that you've got these things in your closet already. I do have a few powder pink pieces in my wardrobe that I'm going to be pulling out for this trend. I have got a very beautiful powder pink chiffon pleated skirt that I got from Aritzia. This particular color is no longer available, at least not the last time I looked at Aritzia, but Quince does have one that is very, very similar, so I will be sure to link that one and the Aritzia version as well. They're comparable, but they're not exactly the same. I also have got this beautiful pale pink tweed jacket, the lady jacket that I picked up from H&M last year. I love the way that it looks, and it serves as outerwear for me because it is a thicker fabric. I don't know that H&M still has this particular jacket available, but I will look, and if I'm able to find it or something similar, I will have that linked. And then I also happen to have picked up this blazer from Talbot's last year, and this one is my favorite because it has a mix of pink and ivory and black. I really, really love powder pink with black. I also really, really love powder pink with gray. I think either of those 2 colors, it really just sings. It stands out so beautifully. And powder pink is actually a really great color to freshen up your wardrobe from winter to spring. It's kind of like doing an introduction to spring because it is such a soft pastel color. I think that also powder pink looks good on most skin tones. If you find that powder pink is just a little bit too pink for you, you may want to scale it back and maybe do a blush instead that kind of will fall in line with that powdery pink color that everyone's talking about. Blush pink tends to be universally flattering because it's got a little bit of beige mixed into it, so it becomes a little bit more neutral. So that's another option for you if you want to have that powdery pink kind of color. Red is going to continue to be prominent. Darker reds, especially burgundy, cherry red, black cherry, cherry cola, even true red, I think we will still continue to see emerging out of the merchants, the retailers, the brands, as well as we saw it on the catwalks. I don't think burgundy is going anywhere for any time soon, especially now that they brightened it up a little bit to a cherry red. I recently picked up this bag from Quince that I absolutely love. It is called Wine Tasting, I think is the color, but it comes across more to me as a cherry red. It's a little bit of a brighter burgundy, not quite so dark, but oxblood also works in this category. So yeah, just know that reds are going to continue to be prominent in fashion. So if you've got any red pieces, now is the time to bring them out, especially if you did like me and went out and got all kinds of things in a burgundy color. And they come in a variety of shades, from like a chocolate cherry kind of color all the way up to true red. So I'm really excited for this one. I love red. Red is such a beautiful, bold color, and whatever shade you select is going to be really, really gorgeous. The next color trend that I have is actually Pantone's color of the year, which is Mocha Mousse. Mocha Mousse is the most scrumptious shade of brown. It is a brown, a mocha color, obviously, with a little bit of pink. And I think that this is fantastic. I absolutely love this color. Now, some people have got to be careful with this color. It doesn't look good on their skin tone, so they have to take care. What I would say to that is you can still participate in any color that you want to wear. Just don't wear it near your face. Wear it on your bottoms, or maybe have an accessory in that color if it is something that you like. I would stay away from scarves though, because those of course sit near your face. Find a different placement for the color and you can still participate. Now, this Mocha Mousse actually I think is one of the most perfect neutrals because it will look good with any color. It really matches up well with reds, with browns, with other neutrals. It looks really fantastic with blue. It looks incredible with powder pink. So if you want to mix these two together, you absolutely could. And I think that with powder pink and the Mocha Mousse, I would pick something in, as far as like jewelry or metallics, I would pick something up in rose gold, because I think that those are going to jibe really, really well together. But Mocha Mousse looks very good with burgundies, and it looks good with lilac, and it looks good with light blue, with navy blue. I mean, it is a really beautifully universal color that goes with so many other things, of course, because it really falls within the neutrals family. So really excited about Mocha Mousse. You could actually pick yourself up something in suede, which is the next trend I wanted to talk about that is emerging. Suede has always been around. It did take a backseat to leather for a while, but now it is emerging. So anything like suede or faux suede is really, really hot right now. Me personally, I would love to have a suede skirt. I am on the hunt. I should have put this on my wish list that I talked about the other day. And if I end up dropping like the Dior fragrance, I think I'm going to replace it with the suede skirt, because I think I really need to get one. I love suede. I think suede is very, very beautiful. It is such a good textile. However, I will say that it is delicate, a lot more delicate than leather. So if you worry about things getting damaged like shoes or bags, maybe go with a faux suede. But for me personally, I'm going to go with a real suede because I just love suede. I think if you're going to do suede, you might as well go all the way and do suede. I have these beautiful suede loafers from Quince that I picked up recently that I have been wearing. I haven't worn them out yet because I haven't treated them. And then I also have this suede tote bag that I ordered from Quince. It was on back order and I finally got it in, and it is so, so beautiful. And it is in a really beautiful dark brown suede, and I cannot wait to use it. I have not pulled out my suede bits because I need to treat them, which I do have a treatment. I have a spray that I found on LTK. I did a search on LTK to see what spray, suede treatment spray came up on top of the list, and I found one from Amazon, so I will be sure to link that down below. Otherwise, check the reviews and find a suede protectant that is really going to help repel water and protect your suede pieces. But even though I live in a rainy climate, I've gone ahead and purchased some suede bits because suede is going to trend even through the spring and summer. So in the dry season for me, I will have ample time to wear my suede pieces. And I'm so excited. I really, really do love suede, and I really hope that I can find a good suede skirt of some sort. Suede is here. I'm really happy about that, and it's going to be here for the rest of the year. It's not just a fall and winter fabric. It is actually going to be seen a lot during the spring and summer as well. Suede tends to be a lot more relaxed than most leathers, and it lends itself very well to the next trend that I wanted to talk about, which is Bohemian style dressing is actually going to lean in very, very heavily into 70s bohemian. So it's going to have a really strong 70s kind of flair to it, which I love. I was a kid in the 70s. I really enjoyed that type of style. That was kind of, stylistically speaking, it was kind of like my awakening to style was in the 70s. And so I really, really love that vibe that the boho movement now is having. I know this because you can tell by the way the clothes that are coming out. Even in the winter, I picked up this plaid dress from Walmart, and it has a lot of 70s bohemian style elements to it. It has a little bit of ruffle along the collar. It has a tier at the bottom. And when I put it on with my tall boots from Vivaya, I felt really 70s retro chic, and I loved it. I thought it was really, really pretty. So I will dabble in boho, but it is pretty far removed still from how I normally dress. But there are some pieces out there that I do like. And those of you who love boho, you guys should be really, really happy because you're going to be able to find even more bohemian pieces than you would find normally. So places to look, I think, would be Anthropologie. I think is going to be one of those because they've always kind of had that boho chic style. They do carry quite a few pieces in plus size. And so I think that's the first place that I think of when I think boho. But if you want to go high-end designer, then Chloe is the designer actually that kind of really is bringing that boho point home. There's going to be a lot of bohemian style choices out there for you. We saw a lot of leopard in the fall, and it was really hyper-focused on leopard, although snake print kept slithering its way into the conversation. You know, we would see some snake print here and there. Well, this season, all the animals are out. You can do leopard print, you could do snake print, zebra print, cow print. I'm starting to kind of see, sprinkled about here and there. Tiger print. I would say that for plus size gals, leopard print is probably the best one to go with, and reptile or snake print. But I would not do snake print, like on a big section of my body. I think that I will bring snake print in because I do love that animal print, but I will bring snake print in small bits, like on a bag or on a pair of shoes or a belt, something like that, something really, really small. Because I feel that the snake print can be a little bit overwhelming on a plus size body. I don't know, it just feels very overwhelming. Any of the other animal prints outside of leopard print, I would agree, also feel really busy, just really overtaking, and there's just being a lot of it on a plus size body. But you do you. If you love wearing zebra print or snake print or whatever, in a sense, this could be its own form of maximalism. So, there is that. But I do really think that animal print is one of the more fun ways of jazzing up your outfits if you find it in small bits, not in like full on, at least me personally. You do you, like I said. Outside of the 7 that I have here, I did want to address a couple of things that I think will emerge as micro trends. And one of them being brooches. I think brooches are falling in line with that maximalist style of, kind of just being a little bit over the top with your accessories. And I'm really, really happy about that. I love brooches. I've got a few, and I'm so excited about wearing them because another thing that we're seeing emerging, and I talked about this during Vlogmas as well, is individualism. That sense of everybody dressing in their own personal style because everybody's kind of tired of the sameness that we're seeing from all of the influencers everywhere. For instance, I was watching a Vlogmas episode. I'm not going to name names, but 3 gals who were out shopping. They were all wearing a slightly different version of the same outfit. And they were laughing and giggling about it, and they thought it was cute. And I was all like, sameness. That's what sameness is. People, I think, are now ready to start standing out more in their own personal style, doing a lot more self-expression, which is why I think maximalism is also emerging as a trend. I'm here for it, though. I really am, because everybody deserves to express their personal style in the way that they see fit, not in how they're being influenced to do it. So brooches are one of those ways. I think that that individualism, that personal style is going to be emerging. Another thing is scarves. Scarves are going to have a huge comeback. I think it's going to start as a micro trend, but I think it's going to really snowball. And so pull out your scarves. It's time to start wearing them again. I have a few that I absolutely love that I will, you'll see me styling here more and more in my own way. I have to admit that I have been a little reluctant to wear my scarves because, oh, they're not trending. But you know what? F that. I'm going to wear my scarves because I really, really love them. I love that they bring some color and some personality into my outfit. So I will be embracing my scarves a lot more. And then, like I mentioned, individualism is another one of those things that is going to be emerging. I don't want to call it a trend because I don't want it to feel transitory. I want individualism to really become the norm, to really become the thing, so that way we're not all carbon copies of ourselves. We're all expressing our own personal style in our own way. So really, really excited for that. I think that we are really going to have an outstanding year from the fashion sense. And I'm happy to see that we are really embracing personal style because I preach it day in, day out, but it's a little bit tough when you see everybody wearing the same things. When you're actually being more adventurous with your personal style and dressing in a way that makes you happy, then that makes me very, very happy. So I am leaving you with this video right here that I recently posted talking about the things that I am going to buy and the things that I am not going to buy in 2025. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I do really hope to see you in that video. Bye.